All right, what's going on? So I had to do a podcast this morning, and I didn't have a webcam that I liked. I have an HD one that looks like ass, and of course the thing built into the laptop there, it blows too. So I have the S21 Ultra 5G, and I know that you can turn these phones into webcams, so I decided to dig into that this morning. And I tried a few things, but what I found and went with and spent a few bucks on, but to me it was worth it, and the output was freaking incredible, was the iVCam app. So how that works is there's an iVCam app at the Play Store. You download on the phone, another one for the Windows, download onto the computer, turn them both on, and they magically communicate with each other through the sorcery of Wi-Fi. And it came on instantaneously. It's free, but the free version had a big fat watermark on the output, and then on the phone screen was just like ad after ad after ad. So I don't know if it had any other functions that were peeled back through the free version, because I didn't own it long enough. I just spent the $24.95 for the lifetime license. All that stuff cleared up, and man, it worked freaking awesome. A couple things I could tell you is the phone got super hot, real hot, like right away got hot, working that way. So I pulled the case off to help it cool down. I don't know if that helped or not, because it was still just extremely hot. Prior to this podcast recording we did, I spent about 20 minutes playing with the app to make sure everything was working, hooking up the audio feeds and everything, making sure all that stuff was working. And during that 20 minutes, I lost 15% of battery on the phone, just like that, you know. And I was like, man, I don't know how long this podcast is going to go, and I'm out of plugs and cords and everything. So I do have these like killer battery packs I got. There's a 2-pack off of Amazon with a USB to USB-C. Plugged her in, sat it all up right there next to the phone, and we ended up on the podcast for 2 hours. And when I was done, I had 95%, so it actually charged while it was running. And the other cool thing was, usually when you plug weird things into that phone, it'll give you a warning that, you know, fast charging is not supported. Didn't do that with that battery pack, so I guess it flows juice very well. Anyways, you just go on your browser and look up iVCam on your computer. You'll get on their homepage, and right there is the links to everywhere to download the stuff. It has an interface that I showed you at the intro when I was looking at myself there. That's the interface you see. It has a gear icon you can click, and in there is a bunch of sliders for brightness, ISO, focus, zoom, and white balance. So you can control all that here, which is kind of neat. So you can set up the phone and then adjust your fine tunings over here while it's on you, instead of going back and forth and trying to guess, which is cool. And then you go into Zoom, like we use Zoom. So you go into Zoom video, and then the video settings with a little drop down box. So it lets you select your device, and you'll see it there, the iVCam software. You select that, and then that's it, you're streaming. The other things I learned was it will let you go up to 4K, high quality, 60 frames per second. All those things are available under settings, and you can do all that, but through Zoom. And we also did, we were experimenting with a Google product, and it really got choppy and weird. They put out at 720, so there's really no point to go over 720. However, I did find bumping mine to 1080 was a little better than keeping it at 720, so that's something to bear in mind. The other thing is, by default, the app will use the phone's microphone, which of course sounds horrible. So you have to go in and manually select your microphone, and in my case, it is the HyperX SoloCast. So I select that. And then that was it, man. Went on for 2 hours, put out excellent video and excellent audio quality on the podcast, and all off the phone with like no wires and stuff. It was pretty cool. And for $25, you know, I was about to get another camera that looked better, and I was like, man, you know, to me the $25 was nothing compared to what I was shopping for. And that's about it. I think it's a great choice for this, with like the least amount of hassle. So anyways, that's all I got on this one. I'm going to do cool stuff in this shop space I'm in. I'm in the middle of working on it soon, and that will actually be what most of this channel is about. But I do have this little area for the S21, and there'll be lots of videos about that as I learn things. Because as the channel is called, and basically, honest to God truth is, I have no idea what I'm doing at any given time. I make it up as I go along, and I figured recording it would be fun. So, see you then.